Week 14 of the National Football League. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bears and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 14 carries, 58 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Bernard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. And goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. On first down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Check. Lock it.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Watson. Open man down the field is Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as he gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Hunter Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Let's go now, let's go now.
On second down, Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return is Pettis. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Watson on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. The Bears at 11-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A draw play. Bernard. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, throw on first down with Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
18 yards the gain for number 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. Again, he finds more. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 38 yards.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands?
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Wilson. And this one complete to Smith. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Wilson.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, they'll run it here. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Watson now to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions are at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good luck there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll... about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up. To the 47. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And Watson's going to throw it here. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Watson, off play action. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On first down, Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Pettis on the return, dancing away at the 35. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Partner in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.